Hey, Shalom,
Shalom.
ye men of Israel, Bayat Shah Dawadah, House of David. I want to start off by giving all thanks, all praise to Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the elder apostle, great millstone, who rule well, teach well, peace, and salutations to the hopeful elect. All right, this lesson is being done in the name of Yahweh, which is the Heavenly Father's true name. All right, which means he is to be. All right, to exist. Not Yahweh, not Jehovah. And his only begotten Son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, that name will have to be in the Hebrew as well, is Yahweh Shai, which means he saves, he delivers. He is our salvation. I am the brother Bana Ban of the Dallas GMS camp alongside the brother
Kahan.
Okay, here again to edify the flock, as we've been commanded to do. In this lesson, we're going into the time that we're in. We are in the very, very last minutes of this kingdom changing, okay, changing for the better. And that change is going to come by a divine power, okay. We illustrate that name, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, is going to have to, come and bring an end to this kingdom of Esau, Edom, the sepulchral white man, to deliver those that are in bondage, okay, those that are being oppressed, you so-called blacks, Latino, Native Indians, okay. Starting with this little clip here, we're going to play.
Oh, okay.
The clip here we're going to play sort of shows you the mind of the so-called blacks, Latino, Native Indians, those that voted Donald Duck into office, okay, thinking that he is for your cause. But these people are in for a rude awakening. Hell, you can see it all around you, you see. So I'm going to go ahead and play this. This is a Uncle Tomahawk expressing his devotion, okay, his love for Donald Duck. Okay, most likely he voted him in as well. So we're going to listen to this, get some precepts. There's another article we're going to kind of go into briefly, and we pray that this lesson will be edifying. Here we go.
Stand your ground, and remember, we don't negotiate with terrorists, which that is what the Democratic Party is. Keep doing what you do.
We're going to play
this message is for Donald Trump. Don't you dare give these sons of bitches any inches. Don't do it. Don't fold to Chuck's demands. If you gotta close the government down, close the government down. We the people support you. The days of getting walked over on, the days of the abuses the other side has committed against our country are over. Stand your ground. And remember, we don't negotiate with terrorists, which that is what the Democratic Party is. Keep doing what you do. This message is for Donald Trump.
We got the gist of it. So you see this image of the so-called black man saying that he is in support of Donald J. Trump, that he supports what he's doing. Don't let the Democrats, get an inch, okay? But we know what Trump has been doing these past, since he got into office. I mean, he's been a madman, with these laws, tariffs, sending troops to various blue states. You see? Did you have something to say?
Just man, backing off what you said. A lot of our people are still lost in the maze of Democrats and Republicans and stuff like that. We support the will of Yahweh Bashim Yashai. We know Yahweh Bashim Yashai has put this president in office for a reason, but again, a lot of our people, 2/3 of so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans are still lost in this political game, thinking that Esau is gonna bring some type of solution to them. He's not. These things that he's doing is gonna eventually come after Jake. So you got.
Con, I wanted to get a precept, Bob Shah.
Okay.
It's in Revelation. Okay, it said that the two horns like a lamb.
Oh, the two horns like a
Okay, I wanted to say, let's see. All right, this is Revelation 13 and 11. It said, "And I beheld another beast coming out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon." And that two horn as a lamb, okay, is going into your Democrats, Republicans, okay. It's also going into, in ancient times of Rome, okay, the plebeian patricians, okay, which are both, of the same hand. You see? So that's how they deceive the general public, thinking that, there is a divide. No, these individuals are together. It's just a game that they play with people's minds. Your Democrats and your Republicans, they are in it for the same cause, which is to keep you down. Okay, go ahead.
That's right. Did you want us to go to the article? Or?
Yeah, we can go to the article. Okay. Now, this is what this character is advising Trump to do. You see, they don't understand the full scope of what's really going on. So this article here reads from the Washington Examiner. Trump is sending an ICE border patrol and troops to these blue cities. You want to read it?
So I'm gonna read it from the top.
Or do you want to play the video? We can just read it.
Okay. It says the Trump administration's mass deportation crackdown has sent shockwaves through sanctuary cities, Chicago and Portland, in recent weeks. A lot of these areas that they're going into are, heavily populated with, Jake, so-called Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. As a other article alluded to, he basically was going into that. Jake was going into that. Democrats are terrorists. And this is the type of language that, a lot of our people are going to fall for, So anyway, continuing on, it says the Trump administration's mass deportation crackdown has sent shockwaves through sanctuary cities, Chicago and Portland, in recent weeks, as federal police and troops have moved in to assist immigration authorities and maintain the peace. Right? And scripture goes into when they cry peace. But sudden destruction, it's like if I'm just paraphrasing, it says the infusion of federal assistance has infuriated Democrats and some local residents who view it as overstepping presidential authority, while the Trump administration has maintained that it is only bolstering its presence for the safety of its workforce, illegal immigrant detainees, and the community.
So this devil, we have to understand what "Make America Great Again" really means. It's "Make America White Again." Okay? And so when you have that Jake that's professing his love, pushing the notion of don't give the Democrats, hey man, that guy's through. He's through. Because he's believing the word of this devil, man. Let me get a precept, Baba Kashar. Let's if we can get Psalms 36 and 3.
Okay.
Psalms 36 and 3. Okay, get that in the blue letter.
I'll read it for you. Psalms 36 and 3.
So let me get it real quick. 36 and 3. My fingers ain't fast enough. Okay.
This is Psalms 36 and 3. It says, the words of his mouth are iniquity and deceit. He hath left off to be wise and to do good.
You see? The words of his mouth are iniquity and deceit. So he's using this vow, okay, of cleaning up America, making America great again. What he's basically saying that he's trying to get rid of you so-called Blacks, Latino, Native Indian, and that guy doesn't get it. That guy doesn't get it because right now, he's looking at individuals that he claims are criminals or he claims that they don't have papers to be here. But what's to stop him from knocking your door down?
That's right.
When he deems you to be a criminal, when he deems you to be a T-Rex. You see? That guy's through, man. He really doesn't understand what's going on. And whether he's a paid, informant, or he's just part of the game that these Democrats, Republicans are playing, to sway the people. Say, see, look, here's a so-called black man. He understands what's going on. No. This is just a prelude to something that's worse about to happen, come down upon you so-called Blacks, Latino, Native Indians. He's already started.
That's right.
Did you have something up?
if we can go to Isaiah 59:19, and of course, you know, Esau is a very, very crafty and subtle vessel, as it goes into in Genesis. You know, that serpent. He has smooth words. So again, he uses his politics, that game, to, you know, confuse a lot of our people, you know, into thinking that, you know, he's doing something for them, when actually, in actuality, he's doing things against them.
Yeah. And it says in Sirach 12:10, right? Mm-hmm. Never trust thine enemy. Mm-hmm. But you have to understand that there is an enemy in the midst. Mm-hmm. You know, just because things are going your way right now, he hadn't knocked down your door. You know, you think this man is going to do good, and that's what Jake messes up at, man. Mm-hmm. He really trusts that this devil that had him in slavery, mm-hmm. that put whips and trees on his back, mm-hmm. that's been hanging, you know, people. Recently, you have the hangings at the universities and this and that place. Mm-hmm. Over 3 or 4 hangings lately. Right. But this Uncle Tomahawk wants to say he's pushing the notion of, you know, make America great again.
That's right.
What did you want me to get? It's like
Isaiah 59:19.
This is Isaiah 59:19. Says, so shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun, when the enemy shall come in like a flood.
That's right.
They said the Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him. Go ahead.
That's right, because ultimately this truth is making Esau fear. You know, this truth that's being pushed out to throughout the 4 corners of the earth, gathering the Gentiles, gathering you so-called Black Latinos and Native Americans out of the narrative that Esau, you know, constantly puts, you know, against you guys, right? Mm-hmm. So again, mainly, you know, Esau is using, you know, his military to go after, you know, Hispanics, also Jakes. But he, first and foremost, he has to what? He has to character assassinate you. He has to call you, you know, as that one Jake said, terrorist or left or whatever. And again, you know, you got to get out of that. You got to get out of that type of that game and come into the will of Yahweh Shem Yahshua, which is ultimately prophecy, right? So anybody that's going to expose this devil, you know, dissenters, you know, as long as you're talking against this system, and you know, wanting righteousness to be in its place, you're gonna be labeled as a threat, right? That's why Isaiah 47 chapter is so important. You know, Esau's nakedness is being exposed, and the more he's being exposed, the more he's gonna use his force, his military, you know, against you so-called Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. But you got it.
Yeah, so when you have a Jake like that that's professing his love, okay, and his support for Donald J. Trump, you know, you got to scratch your head, because he's not excluded, okay, from anything that's going to come down the pipe, man. Mm-hmm. He's not excluded. That's right. I mean, I don't know if he thinks he's a so-called white man, right? You know, because you do have your Uncle Tomahawks here that think that they above, you know, you so-called Blacks, Latino, Native Indians. Mm-hmm. I have this precept, Bob. So this is Psalms 94:20.
Okay, let me get it real quick. Psalms 94.
Because you have to understand that this man, he's not going to promote you. He's not going to give you equal rights. He's never planned on that, man.
That's right.
Job 9:24 said the earth is given to the hand of the wicked. Mm-hmm. The Most High gave him this kingdom, and he knows that. Mm-hmm. Donald J. Trump said he knows that he was anointed.
That's right.
He was anointed. Chosen, right? No, anointed as well. Yeah, because he has some so-called Blacks, Latinos pray over him. Mm-hmm. You got it, bro.
This is Psalms chapter 94, verse 20. It says, shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which frameth mischief by a law?
You see, let's look up that word mischief. You see? So what fellowship do we have, you know, with this devil? Okay, the son of perdition. Okay, 2 Thessalonians 2 and 3. Okay, what's our fellowship with this guy, man? We have to identify the wickedness when we see it and cry to our Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shem Yahshua, to deliver us out of the hands of this devil. Go ahead.
This is, what's it? Mischief. It's Amawal.
Okay.
Amal. Salaki. Amal. It means wearing effort, hence worry. You know, whether of body or mind, grievance, iniquity, labor, mischief, miserable, pain.
Pain. This man's going to bring the pain.
That's right.
Through his laws. And we have to understand that the laws that he's made from even a constitution, okay, you were a slave then. You were property. You were no different from a mule or a horse. You were property. His laws does not include you. He doesn't have to. You see? So the false pretense is that this man at some point in time is going to give us a piece of his pie. But look what he's done to you so far, Jake. Has he shown any sign of changing? Right? It goes into that in Sirach 12 and 11. That is, the rust on him has not totally been wiped away. He's not going to change.
That's right.
Go ahead, bro. Did you want to go back to the article?
Yeah, I wanted to get Psalms 10 and 2. Basically, just laying back on the fourth, you're saying basically Esau creates these laws, but then, he's gonna go back on those laws. He's not gonna use the laws for justice. He's actually gonna use it against you. That's why he's creating these draconian laws and basically calling you a terrorist and all this stuff, right?
You
So
said
that
the T-Rex.
the T-Rex, Salaki. Psalms 10 and 2.
This is Psalms 10 and 2. It said, the wicked in his pride does persecute the poor. Let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined.
And look at the devices that he's imagining. He's creating all these wicked draconian laws, and he's using against Jake.
Let's look up the word devices, Papa Shah.
And that one Jake doesn't realize that.
He won't realize it till it's too late.
That's right. You want to look up what
Devices.
devices?
And it's Strong's H420, 4209. Okay. We'll let this answer.
Strong's H4209. Mezima.
Okay.
It goes into what? Witty invention, lewdness, mischievous, device,
Plot.
plot.
You see?
That's what Esau's doing, man. He's plotting on you, man.
He's plotting on you.
That's right. You got it.
Right? He's plotting on you. It says devices. It says evil. He's plotting evil against you
And calling it safety.
and calling it safety because he knows who you are. All right? He knows that you have the birthright and he wants it back. Okay? But he uses what? Deception. Okay? Lies. Okay? Uses his media. Okay? Which is casting spells on people, man. You see? But it says, what does it say in is that 2 Corinthians? Lest Satan should get an advantage over us. We are not ignorant of his devices, man.
That's right.
Let's get that. See, we know what this devil is doing, man. And we're calling him out, man.
That's right.
We're calling him out. This is 2 Corinthians 2 and 11 says, lest Satan should get an advantage over us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. We know what means that he uses in order to entice Jake. And again, we know he's a high-level witch. He's casting spells. Okay? He's smoothing you over with words. And words are powerful. Words can be very deceptive. Okay? Deceptive, Salakia. Okay? And he is good at it. He is good at deceiving you so-called Black, Latino, Native Indians. But what is he doing now? You got it.
And just to add on to what the priest is saying, what is exposing him is the scriptures. What's making Esau scared is that it's the scriptures that is allowing us to see him as he truly is, which is what Satan, Shaitan, an adversary. He's also devil, which means what? Deceiver, right? So he's using his ways of wickedness, because ultimately it's Yahweh Shemashah that gave it to him. So it's only going to be the scriptures and the word of Yahweh Shemashah that's going to be exposing him. And the men of the Lord are doing that on the highways and byways with these lessons, because again, we know how this devil is moving, and every time he does certain things, we expose him. And he doesn't like that, right? So what he's going to do? He's going to use force, So you got it.
This is Psalm 58 and 3. It said, the wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born speaking lies. See? So we're calling him out. And what's really calling him out is the word, Yahweh Shema Shai. And that's what prophecy goes into, to say before it actually happened. The Most High said that the wicked will be revealed. See, so we're revealing him as brothers are doing lessons with one another. Brothers are on the highways and byways where we have the unction, okay, the spirit of Yahweh Shemel Shah to tell this devil, okay, in his face that his kingdom is coming to an end. Like all prophets before us, you know, they chanted down kingdoms. They gave you a warning that the Most High, the creator of all things, Yahweh Ba'ashem Shai, is returning to set in order that which is upside down.
That's right.
You got it, priest.
Come on. I wanted to get that, let's see. Salaki, is it second? Yeah, 2 Thessalonians 2 and 6 and 7.
2 Thessalonians what?
Chapter 2, verse 6 and 7.
All right, this is 2 Thessalonians, starting at 2 and 6. And now you know what withholdeth, that he might be revealed in his time.
And who was that referring to? That's Esau, Edom, man. Because at one point, you know, people couldn't really see who Esau really was, man. These elite, you know, these the families, these international bankers, the Rothschilds, you know, people may have known of them, but they didn't know to the extent of that they know them now. And it's only through the scriptures, you know, because the scriptures are exposing them, and it was exposed at a certain time. Verse 7. So
For the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way.
And that's who's that referring to? That's Yahweh. It says only he who now letteth will let. That's Yahweh is allowing us to expose this devil at this time, right? All the wickedness that Esau is doing is being exposed on a high level. You can't, you know, brothers on giving lessons every day, exposing this devil, and this devil can't stop it. There's nothing he can do to stop it. You got it?
I think is that Daniel 4 and 17, where it says the bases of men?
Yeah.
Right? So the Most High allowed the bases of men, okay, to rule. Let me back that up what you just said, because the Most High gave him authority.
That's right.
And we are witnessing how the bases of men will rule. You see?
And how Yahweh Bashim Mashah is going to remove that authority from him.
Exactly. This is Daniel 4 and 17.
I'll read it for you.
Oh, go ahead, bro.
It's Daniel chapter 4, verse 17. It says, "This matter is by the decree of the watchers and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and give it to whomsoever he will, and set it up over it the basis of men."
See, and that's what we're acknowledging through fear, that the Most High is the one that ordains or grants a nation to rule. Throughout history, we've seen where the Babylonians ruled. It had an end. Okay, we saw where the Persian Medes ruled. It had an end. We saw where the Greeks ruled. It had an end. We saw where Rome ruled. It had an end, but it's rebirth, okay, back into the spirit of America. You see? So the Most High is the one that decides once a kingdom, okay, has fulfilled its time.
The prophets come and warn.
The prophets come and warn.
Of his downfall. That's right, man.
You see?
Jeremiah 28 chapter.
And the basis of man is who the Most High is allowed to rule in these time. And we are seeing what the basis of man would do in this time, man. Would do what? Lie, steal, cheat, take things that don't belong to him, take your identity, tell you that you're black, right? Knowing well that you are the children of Yahweh Shemel Shah. You are the sons of power. But look how he's treated you. Okay, and then you have that Uncle Tomahawk. He's satisfied with being below the basis of men. What's below the basis of men?
Slave. I guess.
That was a puzzle.
Come.
That was a puzzle.
Come. This is Jeremiah 28 and 8.
I can get it.
And again, just going into what the priest is going into. Basically, Yahweh Bashim Yashah has set up, you know, a time frame for each kingdom to rule. Right, and he sends the prophets to prophesy the end of that kingdom, and that's what the men of the Lord are doing today.
Right.
But he also foretells that the you know, those who are in power, they're not going to give up their power willingly. You know, they're going to use whatever power, you know, tools that they have to maintain that power. You know, whether it's lying on those who are, you know, telling, you know, exposing them, you know, using their own people to you know, take them out. So, you know, this devil it's following the same blueprint as before. You know, his spirit is being riled up. You know, just like Pharaoh. Pharaoh did the same thing. You know. So again, this truth is exposing this devil, and this devil can't handle it, and that's why he's doing what he's doing, trying to get that birthright back. But you got it.
This is Jeremiah 28:8. It said, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilence.
And that's what the men of the Lord are doing today, going out on the highways and byways, not only preaching the downfall of this wicked kingdom, but ultimately the resurrection and ultimate salvation of the 144,000, which will be that ruling government, you know, in righteousness, man. And this devil can't stand that. This devil doesn't want that. You know, Second Ezra, the sixth chapter goes into that. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that shall follow. So again, he's gonna do what he's supposed to do, which is, you know, act like a baby, pout, cry, you know, you know, and again, he doesn't have a choice. You know, we got next. And there's nothing that he can do to stop his this prophecy from coming about. You got it.
This is Proverbs 11:1 says, a false balance is an abomination to the Lord. Esau, Edom is that false balance. Okay, so that's what is being preached in these times. Righteousness is coming back on the earth, man. Faith is coming back on this earth, man. To a kingdom that, you know, no one's going to want to live in it, because the Most High has to burn it up.
That's right.
It has to bless this place through the thermonuclear missiles, which is going to pelt down on this place known as America. And Revelation is known as Mystery Babylon. See, and no one else is preaching about this but the men of the Lord, Great Millstone.
That's right.
This truth has to come out, man. You know, so people be warned and understand the will of Yahweh Shem El Shai. Did you have anything else?
That's it.
Did we get the meat out of this article?
Not really. We can go back to it if you want to.
Just a little bit. The next paragraph,
Okay.
because yeah, we can. Yeah,
Okay. It says
the infusion.
the infusion of federal assistance has infuriated Democrats and some local residents who view it as overstepping presidential authority, while the Trump administration has maintained that it is only bolstering its presence for the safety of its workforce, illegal immigrants, detainees, and the community.
Go ahead.
It says other cities, including Washington, D.C. and Memphis, Tennessee, have seen federal law enforcement and military move in to quell general crime, not for immigration purposes.
You see, so we're just, you know, blowing the trumpet, man, on what this devil is doing, and his intention is basically to come down on the man of the Lord. Okay, this is just a beginning.
Prelude.
Okay, a prelude to what his true intentions, his what's on his heart, which is his mind.
That's right.
You see, he knows that he has but a short while. Revelation 12 and 12. He has to be that accuser of the brethren. You see, he's saying that they're illegal, they're criminals, this and that. The only person that can vindicate us is Yahweh Shem El Shai. Okay, so that's why this kingdom has to fall, man, because there's nothing here but lies, right? They say what? Speak no evil, hear no evil. Speak no evil, hear no evil, see no evil. I always get that mixed up. But this is a place that's full of evil. There's no good here, man. But the word of Yahweh Shem El Shai is making a comeback, okay, and it's pushing against the wickedness of this world, man. And we're seeing that this kingdom of Esau, Edom is starting to crumble, man.
That's right. That's right.
All right. Did you have anything, bro?
Real quick, Psalms 10 and 2, and then that's all I got.
Okay.
Because again, according to prophecy, you know,
You said 10 and 2?
yeah, Psalms 10 and 2.
I thought we got that already. Maybe not. Let's see. Psalm 10 and 2?
Did we get that?
Yeah, you got that already.
Okay, let me get Psalms 82 and 4 then, so I can. Psalms 82.
Unless you want to bring that out again.
No.
Psalm what? 82 and what?
4.
This is Psalm 82 and 4, and it reads, deliver the poor and needy, rid them out of the hand of the wicked.
Because again, this, you know, Esau's persecution is a part of prophecy. Again, because that he's going to shed righteous and innocent blood. And that's why Yahweh Shem El Shai is justified in coming to redeem us, man. You know, that's according to prophecy. So Esau has to fulfill prophecy, and that's what he's doing. according to his spirit. He has to persecute the poor. He has to persecute the fatherless, the widow, and that's all metaphor for Israel, the house of Israel, and more specifically the elect of Israel, right? And again, Yahweh, just like we brought out in Isaiah 59, Yahweh Bashim Yashar is going to lift up that standard, man.
Yeah, Daniel 12.
That's right, and that's what we're pushing. We're pushing for Esau to do what he needs to do so we can get out of here, man.
I got one last precept, Baba Kishar. Let's get Sirach 10 and 8.
Okay.
You can read that.
All right. This is Sirach chapter 10 and 8. It says, because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another.
We're waiting for that translation. Okay, it will come.
That's right.
That's why Scripture talks about the patience of the saints. And there's a saying that God's time is the best time. So we know through faith, okay, the Most High's word don't return to him void.
That's right.
It's just a matter of time. We just have to keep believing, man, and keep pushing and praying. All right. Did you have anything else?
I'm good.
Hey, with that being said, we want to give all thanks, all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Kakadash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone who rule well, teach well, peace, and salutations to the whole elect. Shalom.
Shalom.